Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Forrest Smith. Forrest Smith is the CEO of Kineon Labs and has a 20-year history of building successful startups in tech hardware. He is an entrepreneurial optimist and passionate about health, wellness, and advancing technology to help others. Forrest speaks, reads, and writes fluent Chinese and has spent his adult life building amazing products around innovative supply chain. He grew up playing competitive sports in Atlanta and regularly participates in rugby matches and trains CrossFit, which ultimately led him to develop Kineon Labs Move Plus, a modular targeted laser therapy device for neuromuscular pain and inflammation. Well, good afternoon, Forrest. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the invite.
Absolutely, Forrest. And I love, again, meeting new people every single day, whether it's virtual or in person. It really jazzes me, gets me inspired. So I appreciate you making the time today to jump on. And Forrest, we're going to jump directly into these questions here. I want to talk to you a little bit about your career obviously in innovation. You're a senior executive, you're a serial entrepreneur, and now the CEO of Kineon Labs. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
I think you've nailed it with the question, actually. The growth and creativity are what inspire me. I've found that there's a lot of arbitrage between what exists in the world and what we can actually create. And finding the path and the growth in that arbitrage is a good way that I've found to be able to determine a path forward with growth. And that's really helped me through my career in running my businesses in China, building out interesting and innovative supply chain teams, engineering teams, and generating out of those teams next generation designs for technology that doesn't exist yet, that actually can build value for moving the needle in people's quality of life, which is really what we're focused on at Kineon.
Thank you. And I love that energy, when people are innovating and creating, and like you said, that creativity, that spirit, especially with entrepreneurs, it's amazing. And I can always hear it in people's voices when they're on the show. So thank you so much for sharing. And Forrest, talk to us a little bit about the success of your enhanced laser light therapy device. It's specially engineered to relieve joint pain and support for the recovery process.
It's been amazing. We've so for both my partner Tom and I, this is our first direct-to-consumer company, and so we've been trying to take it relatively slowly and grow in reasonable phases. We started with a crowdfunding campaign for exactly that, to help us understand what our users' needs were from a pain and inflammation treatment standpoint a little bit better, and to build a community around the product instead of just trying to go out and sell the product. And we didn't anticipate the response that we've gotten. We're near $1 million with our crowdfunding and pre-sales, and have delivered 4,000 products worldwide to over 112 countries, which has just been amazingly awesome from an experience standpoint. Again, with our first direct consumer company like this, it's hard to find the right messaging that's both effective but also authentic. And we've been really blessed with a great community who's helped us develop a product that is helping them solve the problems they have, and talking to us about it in an authentic enough way that we can just reflect a lot of the language that they use in these discussions to help other people understand what light therapy can do for them in getting away from NSAIDs and opiates and really less attractive and less healthy options, and move them into a healthier space from a health and wellness standpoint.
I love that. And the fact that you've already delivered to 120 countries is absolutely amazing. But that's, we talk about this on the show a lot as entrepreneurship. When you've actually found a solution to a problem, things really connect. And I can tell based on your initial success here, and like I said, continued success to you in this market. So Forrest, are you leveraging any new or emerging technologies in your business? I ask that because we're a technology platform. And if you're not leveraging that technology, maybe you found a cool tool or app that might have been useful in your entrepreneurship.
We're on one of the things that's been interesting from a community engagement standpoint is we're leveraging a number of tools, and it gets a little bit overwhelming at times. And I'd love to hear more about the solution that you guys have built. But we found some great tools as well from both from a product standpoint, from being able to build in next generation lasers, vertical cavity surface emission lasers, to be able to reduce the size and price of our product and make it mobile, where a lot of the laser products in the market aren't. We've found technology is kind of core to us, and we've adopted a number of different technologies to be able to help us engage with our community. But again, that can often be difficult to manage because of the number of channels that we are available on. So I'd love to hear more about the solution that you guys are working on from an entrepreneurial standpoint as well.
Absolutely. Definitely need to have another discussion on that. But we are leveraging, we talk about emerging technologies, but we are actually built on Web3 or blockchain. So again, very exciting for our standpoint. If there's some collaboration we could do, we can absolutely follow up on that with another call or podcast. So Forrest, last question here for you. Our audience likes to get kind of another gem from me if we can. Can you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in innovation or entrepreneurship?
I think what I found through my career, both from building B2B businesses and from direct-to-consumer businesses, is that the more authentic you are and the more direct you are with your understanding of both your own business and the problems that your users have, the faster you're going to be able to determine real solutions for those problems and whether or not what you're doing right now is providing them what they need. And as an example of that, with our current business, Kineon, my partner Tom and I committed to 100 interviews with our early crowdfunding customers over the first 3 weeks of the crowdfunding. And it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of engagement and energy to go drive that. But the answers that come back out of it are something that powers the business to today, and that really informed our core mission, which is to increase the quality of life for the largest number of people we can in the most meaningful way we can. And we wouldn't have had that insight to really define what we were doing from a mission standpoint as clearly if we hadn't been engaging as heavily with our user base.
I love that. When you engage your community, the more successful and the more sharp you come on your focus, right, with your mission. So that's totally awesome. And to take the time to do that. Obviously your community and your consumers are very appreciative of that. I can tell you that for sure. So appreciate the share. And Forrest, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Likewise, Brian. Thank you very much.
Bye for now.